August's full Sturgeon Moon rises tomorrow. First of 2 supermoons this month, the full moon on August 1st is the second of 4 supermoons in the summer of 2023, with the next, the full blue moon, falling on August 30th. August is an exciting month for moon lovers, with the summer month opening and closing with a supermoon. The full Sturgeon Moon rises on Tuesday, August 1st, and then the month closes out with the full blue moon on August 30th. Not only are both of these full moons supermoons, but they represent the midpoints in a chain of 4 such lunar events that began with the full buck moon on July 3rd. From New York City, the Sturgeon supermoon will rise at 14:31 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 18:31 GMT, and it sets at 5:11 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 09:11 GMT, on Wednesday, August 3rd, according to In the Sky. Following the Sturgeon full moon, the illuminated lunar face will recede, with the moon being described as waning. The waning moon will also rise and set an hour later each day. This leads to the next new moon on Wednesday, August 16, 2023. During the new moon, which marks the start of a new 29.5-day lunar cycle, the moon will be completely dark, and it will rise and set at around 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., respectively. This means during the new moon, the moon is completely absent from the night sky. Following the new moon, the illuminated side of the moon will once again begin to turn toward Earth, with this causing the lit lunar face to progressively brighten. Astronomers call this progression waxing. This will lead to the next supermoon, the August 30th full blue moon, which from New York City will rise at 19:10 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 2310 GMT, and will set at 6:46 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 11:46 GMT, on August 31st. But what warrants these August full moons the title supermoon, and what makes these full moons different from regular full moons? So-called supermoons occur because the orbit of the moon around the Earth is not a perfect circle but is instead a flattened circle or an ellipse. This means that during its 27.3-day orbit, there are points at which the moon is closer to the Earth and points at which it is further away. The visible size difference of the moon between the closest point, perigee, and the furthest, apogee, is about 14%. A supermoon happens when the moon is both in the full moon phase of its 29.5-day lunar cycle and when it is around its perigee. This means the official term for a supermoon is a perigean full moon. For a supermoon to occur, the moon doesn't have to be exactly its closest to Earth, however. Eclipse expert and retired NASA astrophysicist Fred Espenach told Space.com that during the full Sturgeon moon, the moon will be 222,158 miles, 357,530 kilometers, from Earth. This is opposed to its average distance of around 238,000 miles, 382,900 kilometers, away. The perigee of the moon happens on August 2nd at 1:52 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 0552 GMT, as the Sturgeon moon is in full swing. During the August 30th blue full moon, the moon will be around 222,043 miles, 357,343 kilometers, from Earth, according to Almanac. This will make this supermoon the closest and brightest of 2023, but exactly how much of a difference does this make to our view of the moon? Supermoons can result in around a 30% brightening of the moon and a 14% increase in the size of the lunar disk as seen from Earth. These differences are visible to moon watchers with a lot of experience observing lunar events but aren't that noticeable with the unaided eye if you don't pay a lot of attention to the moon nightly. The summer of supermoons ends on September 28th with the full corn moon, which falls 5 days after the September equinox on September 23rd, which marks the end of summertime in the Northern Hemisphere. Next year won't see a similar supermoon spectacular, unfortunately. The first of just 2 supermoons in 2024 occurs on September 18th, with the next and final supermoon of next year happening a month later on October 18th, 2024. If you are hoping to catch a look at any of the 3 upcoming supermoons starting with the Sturgeon moon, our guides to the best telescopes and binoculars are a great place to start. If you're looking to snap photos of the moon and the night sky in general, check out our guide on how to photograph the moon, as well as our best cameras for astrophotography and best lenses for astrophotography.